Hello, my name is Maria, and ever since my spiritual awakening in 2017, I have been experiencing a lot of strange, supernatural things. And when I decided to learn how to meditate, the strange things took on a whole new level of strangeness. Because after about a month of practice, I started to leave my body and go into other worlds and dimensions. I saw many weird places and otherworldly beings that seemed to come into contact with me. I wasn't sure what was happening, but I researched and found out it's called many things, and transcendental meditation is one of them, and also shamanic journey. So later, I was guided to join a shamanic journeying group in my area. And one day, the teacher noticed me hurrying to take notes during my meditative states. She asked me why I wouldn't wait until I returned to write down notes. And I explained to her that I was speaking to wise beings and they were giving me information. And if I waited until I returned to write notes, I will have forgotten most of what I was told. So she suggested I record my voice during personal sessions. And I took her advice and began recording my meditations. And I dictated everything that I could find words to describe what I saw and felt and understood. Then I would wait 24 hours before playing it back. And as I listened, it brought me right back to the experience. I started to transcribe all my recordings, and I felt a strong pulling to start a blog and post my adventures there. Something shifted in me this year in 2021. I've been teaching myself to draw so that I can show others what I see. I also received an idea to read my blogs aloud and to illustrate the storyline. I found this to be very intimidating, but I went ahead and tried. And I worked really hard on this, and I hope that you enjoy this creative project of mine. And it was really fun creating it. Thank you for listening. Side note, there are many times during these sessions that I sometimes cannot hear or connect with these beings very well. And the messages they speak may be incomplete. And sometimes I only hear bits and pieces. But I will work on that and create a stronger signal so that I can become a clear channel when I connect with these other beings. Okay, I call this one the Arcturian Priestess and the Galactic Council. In this session, I have reached a deep, relaxed state, and I am using my imagination to get myself to my special place for traveling. It's a kind of portal depot where I come to transport to other dimensions. This depot is located within a white, fluffy cloud in my imagination. I call it my cloud space, and I have arrived here now. When the portal opens up, they can show up on the walls of the cloud in many forms, like a window or a doorway, and even stairs. They can appear going up or down, or an elevator. These lead into corridors or tunnels that would take me into other worlds. I never know what to expect. When I come here, I usually meet a spirit guide who leads me through the portals. Sometimes they don't show up, but I prefer a guide. I see a tall woman with blue skin and some kind of opalescent flame of energy light floating above her head. It's radiating blue and white light. It almost looks like a glowing crystal. It's hard to explain because the colors I am seeing don't exist on our planet. I don't know how it's floating above her head. It's a very concentrated energy. It's so interesting and so beautiful. I'm trying to get more details. I am feeling emotional. I haven't even seen much more yet, but I am receiving information about her. She is from a planet called Arcturus. She says she is an equivalent to what we call a priestess. Priestess of the healing arts, she says. She's wearing formal robes with purple and green patterns that shimmer. She's wearing a type of square hat. It's a headdress, not a hat. It's what a priestess wears, I guess. The headdress is the same color and matches the material of her robe. There are swirls of blue and purple hues around her head. It resembles long hair floating in water, moving and flowing around her head. It's her energy field that I can see. It is stunningly, amazingly beautiful. Her eyes are shaped like large, dark, semi sideways teardrops, and I don't see any eyelashes. Her hairless skin is a dark blue, like blueberries, with markings on her skin that glisten in a lighter shade of blue. She has a very slight mouth and a tiny nose, and her head is shaped with a more narrow look at the chin, and then it gets wider toward her crown. Her cranium is bald and very large, and it extends backward in an oblong shape. She's just amazing, amazing looking, beautiful. I cannot express the colors around her. She says she will be my guide today. She waves her hand at the wall in the cloud, and it opens up into a portal. The portal is spinning counterclockwise, and we step inside, and instantly we come out the other side, boarding a spaceship. We are now walking down a passageway on the ship, and my guide is walking on my left side, and I realize as I gaze up at her how tall she is. She says she is 9 feet tall, but because she is an energy being, she presents herself as 6 feet tall for my benefit. Hmm. So we are walking down a passageway or a type of corridor that is located on the left side of the ship near the rear or the stern of the ship. To the right of me is a wall, and to the left of me is a window. But the windows are like walls, so I can see a transparent wall basically to the left of me. As we are walking, the passageway starts to angle and curve to the right, but I can see everything outside. We are in space. I see stars, and it's really, really dark and black out there. This is a very huge mothership because I can see the tail end of the ship from where I am, from the window. And there seems to be a few other ships docked there. They're large ships. I think that this is the docking area that I am seeing. Okay, now the corridor is directing us toward the inside of the ship. I don't see the windows anymore. The ship has white walls, and the floor and the ceiling are all white. There are other beings walking in the same direction we are going. There seems to be an assembly about to commence. The gathering of the Galactic Council of Light, the Federation of Planets, and the Zoran Institute? I don't know what that is. Oh, I've been on this ship before. It's a Palladian ship. It's such an odd shaped vessel, too. It looks like a cross between an older helicopter's bubble canopy with a long, thinner body. I think to myself, I need to draw these, man. I need to take some art classes. It's it's a very impressive ship though. It almost reminds me of the ship from that movie 2001 A Space Odyssey. We have arrived at an auditorium style room that has a viewing glass floor located behind the podium and stage area. I have seen this on other visits to this ship, and I remember this. When the glass like floor is not blacked out, you can see Earth. This ship is orbiting the Earth, but I can't seem to see the Earth because the glass has a tinting mechanism that is probably engaged. I suppose, because it's now blacked out and I can't see out. And I really wanted to see the earth. Darn it. We take our seats in the middle section of the room, and an ambassador type being has stood up to speak. Wow, he is human like, but he has a head of a lion. He's a lion being with a mane of golden hair. He's wearing something like a cloak, like what Evil Knievel would wear. As he stands before the assembly with a helmet tucked under his arm, I want to say he's a high ranking pilot. He's a fighter pilot. He has some kind of, what is that, on his forehead? It looks like a radiating blue and white jewel on his forehead. It glows with energy, like the one the Arcturian Priestess has floating above her head. I wonder what it is. Can I listen in? I want to hear what he's saying. I'm just sitting here next to the blue priestess, but I don't hear anything. I know he's speaking. It's like I've lost my hearing. Or maybe I'm not meant to hear what he has to say. It's not for my ears. Maybe it's highly classified stuff. So I'll just sit here and wait. Okay, the lion being is done speaking and someone else is going to approach the podium. Oh, it's a blue avian. He's a bird being. He's stepping up and I can see him better. He's tall too. Maybe 7+ feet. I'm not sure. He has blue feathers covering most of his body and he walks like a human too. He has long crown tuft feathers in a darker shade of blue that drape down towards his shoulders, almost resembling dreadlocks that can move. He can control them. It's so neat. Okay, he's speaking. The energies are spiking. The blue cosmic rays have reached the earth, arriving within a few days. Brace yourselves. These are highly intense energies. Drink more water, especially during this time. In the next 3 days, your body will go through an incredible amount of DNA activations. It's important that you drink water and ground yourself to the earth. Magnetize yourself to the earth. We are passing through another frequency belt that your body will need to integrate. Surrender into it. Do not resist, for resistance results in discomfort. Relax into it. Know that your body is going through changes. Bless the process. Do not fear. The earth is going through a tremendous amount of change at this time. We are moving into the cosmic rays. Drink lots of water. Your throat may be affected by these rays. You may experience swelling in the throat or scratchy throat. Some may develop laryngitis for a few days. Take care of yourself. Ground yourself. Hydrate. Your body may also be affected by fatigue, body aches, flu like symptoms, headaches, muscle aches, and cramping, skin rash and itching, feeling tired yet excitable, feeling like you need less sleep, feeling like you need more sleep. Do not resist. Go with the flow. Let your body tell you what it needs. Listen to your body. We are raising the vibrations of the earth. We are accomplishing it together. The conscious ones on the earth that have raised their vibrations enough to anchor the cosmic rays into the earth in turn hold the energies within their bodies, which creates a frequency grid that connects us all. For those who are able to hold these frequencies over the entire earth grid, as we anchor in these energies, we are helping to raise the vibrations of our surroundings, which will affect others whose vibrations are on a lower spectrum, assisting them in raising their frequencies. This process results in a global frequency match, and while maintaining it, we are able to pass through the next level of cosmic rays with a more pleasant experience. And this is where the transmission starts to break up, and I only pick up these words: levels of dimensions. There are dimensions within dimensions, densities. We are accelerating at a much faster rate, and then the transmission ended. Well, my guide The Arcturian Priestess just got up and went down the aisle to the podium. She has something to say? Oh, no wonder she's all dressed up like she is with her fancy robes and her headdress. She says, "Members of the council, greetings. The momentum, acceleration. Our healing ships are in position. The energy shifts are increasing and rapidly changing the whole atmosphere of the planet. The magnetic field around all existing life forms on the planet, the frequencies have adjusted many magnetic fields to match the density that we are moving into. There, but there are many who cannot match, who are wavering, struggling to adjust. They need assistance. We are prepared for the influx and transmission." She's stepping down from the stage and coming back to her seat next to mine. There is a female entity that is stepping up to speak now. Oh wow, she looks like a Palladian, but she seems different from other Palladian energy signatures. This one is a type of ambassador, dressed in a white flowing gown. She's just glowing with brilliant white light. She's not solid because her body fades in and out. She almost looks like a being made of light energy, a light being that just glides across the platform. And she floats over to the podium and she changes into a wisp of white radiance. She is absolutely amazing. I haven't seen one of those Palladians before. She seems more of a higher dimensional Palladian. She is about to speak. "These are marvelous times. We are reaching critical junction, preparing for the blue light rays and the influx of humans unable to take on these energies. We are prepared to assist the Arcturians in their endeavor to heal and adjust the DNA of those whose process has been slow and not able to keep up with the changes that are occurring on the earth. All is well, and we are ready. Godspeed to the human race." End transmission. The people stand up and applaud. Everybody is applauding. I'm hearing cheers and whistling. Something is about to happen, you guys. I don't know what I heard. So something big is happening. Blue cosmic rays is what I hear, but I don't know what that is. The assembly is breaking up. We are headed back down the passageway. People are leaving in different directions, but the Actuarian Priestess and I are going back the way we came. Okay, well, she said she has a ship that is docked here, so we are going to embark on her ship. We are going down the passageway back to the docking area, and the interior wall is now to my left, and the big window wall is to my right, and we have come to a junction. We turn right and into a docking bay, and how do I explain this? Each ship has its own terminal that it's docked to, and we are heading down this walkway leading to the docked ship. I see what may be docking numbers on an overhead sign we just passed, but the language and symbols are foreign and I cannot read them. We have boarded her ship and we are now pulling away from the Palladian ship. As we pull away, I can see more details of the ship, and I wish I can draw that. The ship is pretty big, and oh, there's Earth. Right, there's Earth. I see Earth, but it seems we are going the opposite direction from Earth. I'm watching the Earth get smaller and smaller as we travel away from it, and now it looks like a star in the distance. I ask, "Where are we going?" And I felt prompted to turn my attention to another window facing the direction we are headed. I see Saturn. I see the rings of Saturn. We are flying. We are flying into Saturn. What the heck? I am amazed at what I am seeing. The rings are bigger than I thought. We are flying through what looks like chunks of ice floating around the planet. As we move deeper into the rings of Saturn, I see many, many ships hiding inside here. She is telling me that they are healing ships. These ships are fitted with healing chambers to help rejuvenate the human vessel, the body. They have been standing by, waiting for an affirmative from mission control. They are prepared to move these ships into position around the Earth. They are waiting for the blue ray energies to reach the Earth in approximately 3 days. Says some on the planet are already feeling these energies. The healing pods or chambers on these ships will help raise the vibrations of a person's frequencies who is struggling to integrate them within their physical body. And I ask, okay, but how are you guys going to do that? Are you going to beam them up? She is showing me that they have portal opening technology. I see that it is nothing like beaming up, like Star Trek. They can jump across dimensions undetected right into your bedroom wall while you sleep and transport you through the portal into the healing pods and return you within a nanosecond with no one noticing a thing. Side note, I remember the Arcturian Priestess telling me that they only um, take people who have an agreement with them. So I don't know how the agreements are made, but I'm just letting you guys know. Okay. So Arcturians are slick. They can land here unseen, step out of nowhere as if out of thin air, take you and disappear with you. In actuality, you are taken into another dimension. This is really hard to explain. Actuarians possess light technology, and they utilize light ships, and this technology can assist in opening portals into other dimensions. These Arcturians that I am speaking with are ninth dimensional beings. That is what they are saying. I have to look that up because I don't know anything about Arcturians. Okay, I seem to be coming out of my trance now. I am not receiving any more messages or images, so I'm going to bring myself back. And I've returned. Wow, it's already slipping my mind, but wow, anyway. Thank you for listening, everyone. And that's the end, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'm learning as I go. I'm just writing down or whatever that I see, hear, feel, whatever information I can get. And I just want to share it with you guys. So thank you for listening and hope to see you soon again. And many blessings to you. Until next time.